welcome everyone to the post-game press conference with the two players. I ask that photographers, you get to take photos for 60 seconds. Stay out of the line of the back cameras in the back of the room, please. And otherwise, please be sure to remain seated while you're taking your photos so as to not obstruct the viewers. Also, if you have questions, which we will do after I ask a couple of questions to the players. There are microphones to the sides of the room. Please do not take off your mask while you ask these questions, and also do not touch the microphones as well. So first question to you, Magnus. The game was a very exciting game, very up and down. I think a lot of fans enjoyed it. At one point, it seemed that you spent a long time before sacrificing an exchange. Did you feel that, what made you feel that you had to do this at this point?
Yeah, so I kind of missed his last move there, knight c5. I actually thought I was doing well. I was mainly focusing on other tries, for instance, knight b4, and then I get to install my knight in d6, and I'm doing well. And somehow the move knight c5 had just completely escaped my attention, so that was pretty unpleasant surprise. After that, I thought in case I trade, this knight's going to jump back to d3, and I thought my position was just very unpleasant. So it was simply out of necessity. But I did take some solace in the fact that you usually need to work pretty hard to win in such positions as black, and I thought I had at least reasonable low counter chances, but that wasn't intentional.
Yeah, and when you got this opportunity, you saw you'd be getting an exchange. Were you feeling optimistic about your chances?
Well, clearly it was obvious that knight a to c5 was missed by Magnus, so I thought like, wow, suddenly getting very nice from black, and probably maybe wanted a little bit too much. So bishop e3 was called for to keep things under control, and then actually after b8 bishop a8 I thought black is nearly winning because, well, actually it's like a couple more moves for me just to start converting material like ba4 and c5. I should give huge credit to Magnus because he just played in a very interesting way. So this bishop e4 was a very nice resource, and actually it started to look really double-edged. So perhaps c3 was a little bit, I don't know, human reaction, yeah, like to make sure I'm not going to be mated. And I guess after c3 it was more or less equal, yes, since I have to play g6. I think I also had some idea, I believe instead of ba4, queen g7, and 4 g5, but okay, that's what I have been told, on my way to the press conference. So in general, I think it was very puzzling game, and I would say that during the game I thought like, okay, we both are playing not so well, but now it's like I started thinking that okay, it was like just very interesting and very chaotic.
Magnus, he seemed to be playing incredibly quickly. He was basically coming to the board and making moves and getting up. Did that unnerve you at all at any point?
I just reckoned he was thinking in the restroom and stuff. So yeah, it was obviously unusual, but I don't think anything sure about it.
Jan, so far in both games, Magnus has sacrificed the pawn for the initiative. You feel this is a strategy that he plans to employ throughout the match?
Well, I guess the initiative in the first game was quite questionable. It was just another sort of pawn sacrifice, but in the second game it was Catalan, so it says it also. Catalan is always very sharp if you go for these positions. So you just middle the pawn, but you get this super superior pawn center. And I actually don't know what to answer.
And this, you felt you were in trouble at some point. Did you feel you had winning chances at any point?
Yeah, I didn't feel that I had any great chances per se. I did feel that my position was improving quite a bit, but when I went for this Queen G4, my time was ticking down a bit, and I couldn't really see a way to comfortably improve my position, and that's why I decided to basically force a draw there, which was probably the best position I had in the game. I didn't really see the way, and obviously after what had transpired earlier in the game, having a completely safe position was nice. But yeah, obviously if this had been a must-win game, then I might have treated it a bit differently.
Jan, you had the black pieces. There was pressure at the beginning. You resolved it. You had some chances. Do you feel comfortable with the way the game went in the end?
No, the game was really crazy. So I had no idea what's going on. You know, so although it was obvious that in the beginning white is pressing, and you know, the structure F6, E6, C6 with Queen on D7 looks. Maybe, I mean, it works for black, but it looks really ugly. So I still, you know, have very mixed feelings about the game. I think we both had some winning chances. But yeah, it's just quite nice that at some point I managed to take the initiative. But I believe, yeah, in the end. So you know, this knight surely compensates the rook. But for an exchange, white also has a pawn. So I think rook takes the 6 was more or less called for, and then I thought like, all right, maybe queen takes f2, and then lose in a brilliant way. But yeah, instead I decided to go for draw rook ending.
Magnus, you played 2 games so far against Jan. What kind of opponent is he proving to be in such a short span? If you can estimate.
Yeah, it's very hard to say so far, because the games. They haven't been, well, they've been, in lack of better words, they've been a bit atypical for both of us, so I think we'll see.
Jan, 2 games in, World Championship nerves gone, just down to playing now?
No, I mean, even before these 2 games, it was. I think the nerves gone once, you know, the first move has been played, so I guess. Yeah, I just enjoy playing chess.
All right, journalists, the floor is to you. If you may go to the microphones on the sides, ask your questions. There are 2 microphones. Feel free to choose either one, and please direct your question at a specific player, please. Even if for both, you can say which one you want to answer first.
Okay, well, it's for both, but let's have Magnus answer first, please. I'm Rune from the Chess24 Global podcast, and I was wondering about, there's all this secrecy, you know, we're not allowed to know who your seconds are, and it's very, very secret what your thoughts on chess are. And then after the game, it seems that you just hang out and talk about chess for like 7 minutes and tell each other what you think about the game. So how does that work?
I mean, it's interesting to talk chess with somebody who understands the game very well. I think it's a way of unwinding for both of us, and I mean, especially after a game like today with so much content, I think it makes sense.
Yeah. Well, actually, I was really positive with the game, but now I'm even more positive with your question, to be honest.
Okay, thank you.
Yeah, I'm Anders from Danish Chess Magazine. Question to both players. Maybe we start with Jan. How do you manage to relax and sleep after such a game? Do you go for a run? Do you watch TV? What do you do?
Well, basically after such games, once you hit your bed, it's enough. It's enough to fall asleep. Yeah, it's like really very tough, and the World Championship match level always takes it all.
But can you stop your thoughts from racing?
Nothing.
Good.
Well, you always think about the match until it's on you. So, I mean, of course, go for a walk or listen to some music, but I mean, I really doubt it would prevent you from thinking about what's going on.
Right. And Magnus?
I think you focus on the next game, and I think in this particular case, I think we both had chances, or at least a little bit, and the result was decent enough for both of us. So yeah, we move on, prepare for the next.
Thank you.
Mike Klein with chess.com. This question is for the champion, Magnus Carlsen. Just a moment ago, you said that the games have been atypical. I'm hoping I could expand upon that. Are you talking about stylistically atypical, or are you not pleased with the quality of play, or some other usage of atypical?
No, I would just say that the games are not following any specific pattern, and they're frankly been different from what I've seen before, and I don't think there's not a clear pattern of what anybody's trying to do. It's just a fight. We'll see. We'll see eventually if the match will settle down a bit.
Ole Kristianstrøm, VG Norway. Question for Carlsen. As far as I understand from FIDE, this match will continue without any change of colors midway. Is that comfortable for you?
Yeah, I think that's reasonable. You can do it one way or the other. As I talked about earlier, I don't think it very much affects the outcome. But yeah, this means that I get white in a possible final game, which is nice, I guess.
Hi, I'm Theo Waite for Lichess. I have a question for both of you, but perhaps you can start with Jan. I just wanted to ask what you both think about the time control being used in the match, particularly increments only starting from move 61, not from move 1. Is it convenience and help pace out the game? Are you both happy to play whatever the time control is?
Well, actually, so far we didn't experience any increment yet because games were perhaps too short. But on a serious note, I find it particularly weird that it was different time control in different parts of the cycle. So, for example, in the candidates, it was like, as far as I remember, 100 minutes and increment was on. And here, okay, FIDE decided to change time control. So I think it should be the same. But a part of it, yeah, of course, I can't really remember when exactly did I play with this control for the last time. Yeah, so perhaps it was like about 10 years ago or something.
Thank you. And Magnus?
Yeah, I very much welcome the change that's been made here. I think it's generally better, more exciting to not have increment before the first time control. It places more of an emphasis on time management, and I think that's appropriate.
Okay, thank you both.
This is Sagar Shah from ChessBase India. My question to Jan is that were you surprised with Magnus's Catalan and knight e5 in the opening? And to Magnus, were you surprised with b5 that was played by Jan?
Well, 95 is more or less not the most popular move indeed, but I think it was a very nice idea behind it. So I really had tough time not facing this over the board.
Yeah, B5 is one of the lines that a lot of people play now. So it was not surprising, but yeah. What can I say? Obviously, as Jan said, knight e5 was a bit unusual and leads to a lot sharper play than the normal lines.
Yes. So this question is from Grandmaster Amiskiri, who is commentating the games from. It's not that bad for Chess24, and he wants to ask Jan if 23 b takes a4 was considered instead of bishop a8.
Indeed, I felt like bishop a8 is quite logical, so I felt like this bishop a4 idea, b takes a4 idea will never go anywhere. But that's mainly because I missed bishop e4 idea, and I felt like things are going to change after bishop e4. But in fact, maybe I was doing everything all right. But yeah, at least humanly and optically after bishop e4, it's not a question anymore. Like if black just slowly converts the exchange, it becomes really double-edged. So of course I thought about this move, but well.
Great, thank you.
Mike Flanagan with chess.com. This question is for Jan Nepomniachtchi. Stepping away from the board, this is a town of opulent wealth. There's a Lamborghini on every corner, 7-star hotel. I'm guessing this is your first private bathroom while playing a tournament. How are you enjoying the treatment of being a world champion challenger?
Well, I guess I should probably enjoy it some way, but once you participate and once you play, you enjoy the chess. Mainly the game of chess, and the rest is not as important.
We have a couple of questions for the players from the followers on Twitter. First question comes from die_Wales. Question I'll have you answer first. I think we kind of went over this, but maybe more detail. How much sleep do they get in a match of such magnitude? I guess they're asking, do you sleep well?
Yeah, it really depends on the game. But so far I'm getting plenty of sleep.
Well, you always want to sleep more. So far it's all right, but when you actually play such a tough game, you wanna have as much sleep as possible. And okay, even if you haven't, you still think, okay, you got to have like a few more hours as a bonus.
And from Vava Chess, for both of you as well, many top chess players are doing commentary on this World Championship match. 3 names, Anand, Giri, and Caruana. If you were not playing in the match, whose commentary would you enjoy the most? How did you play?
Well, actually, since I have, I did some commentary for the previous match, probably it would be my commentary.
I'm really sorry, I just don't even remotely care.
That concludes our questions. Thank you, everyone. The game 3 is tomorrow at the Dubai Exhibition Center. It will start at 16:30. Thank you and have a good night.
That has to be the quote of the day.